Austin, Texas is alive with new beginnings. A city built on a river and teeming with life. And as new as everything feels, the concept of using ancient practices to bring new beginnings is rising to the top of the trends. In this city, you'll find teams of people pulling from indigenous practices rooted in caring for the land and the people. Using ancient concepts to restore soil health, landscape architects bring all Austinites a fresh dose of mindfulness and nutrition. This is the true story of a city bringing nature's refreshment to the often harsh industriousness of a city center.
A food forest basically creates an ecosystem of plants and animals, but in a way that also serves humans. So it creates a way that we can use land to increase biodiversity and food access for free. The food forest is open to everyone to come and harvest, so it creates access to fruits, nuts, medicinal herbs, culinary herbs that are, just available for anyone to come and take a cutting and even to propagate and make a new tree out of it.
We're a perennial polyculture food forest. So we grow a dynamic variety of trees, shrubs, herbs. So you'll find figs, pomegranates, pears, peaches, you name it.
It helps build a soil ecosystem and an above ground ecosystem that protects biodiversity, helps sequester carbon, helps sequester water and put it back into our aquifers.
This particular food forest is harvesting rainwater with a berm and swell system. So storm water events, we're slowing that water on the landscape, spreading it out across the landscape and allowing it to soak in, charging the groundwater.
It also creates microclimates, so it's cooler in the food forest than in open parks by a few degrees.
All these trees are like air conditioners. It's like hundreds of air conditioners in a 2/3 of an acre lot. And so you can feel how cool it is just by entering.
We live next to a low-income and disabled housing for seniors, the Rebecca Baines Johnson Center, and we've had residents tell us, this is my sanctuary, that they come and sit in the park, and to be able to just have a cool, shady place to look at the birds or look at the flowers provides a lot of psychological health benefits. So it creates the experience of being in a wild space in the middle of an urban center.
It's a place where people meet regularly for nourishment, for human connection. And when we feel supported in community, we have far less stress in our life. All the individuals that have supported this food forest have benefited from that.
Creating a safe place for food to thrive begins with dirty hands, happy people, and hungry bellies. Volunteers have an opportunity to get hands-on experience tending the gardens while growing in their knowledge of plants and permaculture. What is learned can then be taken home and shared with others, spreading knowledge and helping the planet one person at a time.
So the food forest started when there was a master planning process with the city after the Holly Shores power plant was shut down, which was a 16-year community organizing effort to close that power plant in the middle of their neighborhood. And then that kicked off a planning project for this area of parkland. So members of the community got together and talked about what they wanted to see in the park and the food forest, and the notion of edible and medicinal landscaping on public parkland was identified by the Austin community. I did environmental studies in college, and out of college, I actually joined a pipeline opposition campaign to stop the Keystone XL pipeline. I found the food forest when I first moved to Austin and saw it as a way to balance my life between trying to stop things that are causing the climate crisis and causing environmental harms, and to balance that out with things that are actually building solutions and beauty in the world. I've been involved 8 years, and I help with organizing our volunteer structure and fundraising, grant management, things like that. The average volunteer comes and helps to garden, helps like put in new plants or weed out plants. But basically volunteers help us to take care of the ecosystem here.
I have lived in Austin my whole life, and I realized, walking around the neighborhoods one day that I didn't know any of the trees around me or any of the plants. So I was kind of searching for a community that could share their knowledge, and I found the Food Forest, and I feel like I've made so many new friends, humans, but also plants. I know so much more now, and it's been such a gift.
I've been in Austin about 15 years and I'm just looking for a way to really get involved with the community and learn more about plant life around here. And just like Claire said, it was awesome. Gotten to know so many great people, like-minded people, and just learned a lot about the place I live. So it's been an amazing year.
When I found out that there was an actual food forest that was starting here, I was like, no way. And it's like a mile from my house, and I've been here ever since.
I think the educational component's really important because people can take that from here and bring it to their homes and, start to build a community that's really in line with climate change, mitigation, and biodiversity.
We're basically just going around to the different parts of the food forest and seeing what we need to do. And that's what we've been doing for 8 years, developing the site. Because it started off as just a flat field of Bermuda grass, and now it's this. So the site development has been a crucial part of what we do. And then we also do maintenance protocols. We're balancing, and so our team does both of those things.
Festival Beach is a love affair between people and nature. Spurred on by the vision to tether each other in friendship, the Food Forest is far from done growing. Their mission is to nourish, educate, and inspire with plans to expand to 3 acres featuring a teaching garden, outdoor kitchen, and education pavilion for the community.
The Food Forest is fiscally sponsored by a project called Fruitful Commons, and Fruitful Commons is supporting community-led agriculture at the more regional county level. And so the Festival Beach Food Forest is a center for nourishment, education, and inspiration. So we're trying to have people who come here learn what we're doing and how to do it, and then take that to other places. Austin is at the intersection of multiple bioregions, and so we'll be showing the different bioregions at different parts of the food forest and just honoring the nexus that we are between Blackland Prairie and the woods out in Bastrop and then the highlands. And we're also designing a community center called the Harvest Hub, which will be just expanding, a shipping container building and some shade canopy, a place to gather for workshops, meals, things like that. So we're looking to just continue growing as a place for nourishment, education, and inspiration. And we want to grow as a place for the green economy and have more living wage jobs for people to teach here, to help steward the land and bring that to the wider community. So that's kind of what we're building towards.
It's not enough to be sustainable. We need to be regenerative. So just getting people on board with that, what does that mean? And learning how to do it. Anyone can do it. You can do it in your yard. That's a good place to start. You can do it in your community. This is 2/3 of an acre. And it's if we can do this on 2/3 of an acre, there's a lot you can do. We can't immediately solve all the world's problems, but we can do this. And you can do this, and then that's powerful, if enough people are doing that. That's how these shifts happen.